Hey, buddy. I'm looking for a green guy here. You know, someone who is about your height, who has a bigger nose than you, and sort of dresses like this. Have you seen him anywhere? And no, I don't mean me. I know, just put this on, but still, I'm not looking for myself. That would be silly. Anyway, welcome back everyone to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, well, I say episode, more like podcast, we just talked about our opinions on Breath of the Wild and just look for Korok seeds in the meantime. In this episode though, I thought, let's not go for what's in front of us. Well, I guess technically in front of us, but let's look at the stuff that is not as obvious as what you would see, and those guardians I give a nice air and a nice air will show. But in this episode again, I haven't got anything in mind, except I just want to talk about the little references here and there that the developers just they didn't have to put in, but since this was, I guess you could say, an anniversary game for Zelda, I guess it would be fair to show all the effort and all the care that they went into making this game, not just for the great mechanics, the great look of it, the weapons, the combat, etc. I could gush about this for hours, in which we did so last episode. if you want our thoughts and feelings, you can watch the episode. If we're able to, we'll put the link to that in the video. And also in the description, so you can watch it at your leisure and get our thoughts on what we love about Breath of the Wild and what we dislike about Breath of the Wild. Don't freak out. We're not giving this game a 0 out of 10. Don't worry. We are perfectly fine. We love this game. Even though, and no game is perfect, but I think it's fair to say. I think it's fair to talk about its problems, but this is not what this episode is about. Through our journey, we've been through pretty much nearly all of Hyrule. We have saved it, well, in one timeline we have, hence a star on our save file, and we've been to a lot of places and met a lot of people. But I would want to take this episode to dive a little bit deeper into this version of Hyrule, whether it's in a game or in real life. Every place has a history, and every place in that world, it might have a reference or two, or it might have historical significance. And this is what we're going to be doing in this episode. You might notice, one thing you're going to notice a bunch of Korok seeds. That was laid out by Alice in case she wants to look for more Korok seeds in her episode. As you can tell, we are going to have some fun in Hyrule Field. Oh joys.
I put all those there so we can make things more interesting in the next episode because of the guardians that are swarming there.
Exactly.
It'll make looking for Korok seeds a lot more interesting.
And I'm pretty sure a lot more stressful for you. a while back you mentioned that I always get the Guardian episodes. Well, your fault now.
Well, I used to be scared of guardians, but now I want to just take them all out.
There you see, you've grown in confidence. And this is what this game can do. But again, though, this is not about us. It's about Breath of the Wild. And again, I've done a bit of research, and there has been a lot of references and clearly a lot of care and thought that went into not only making this world, but naming it as well. Some are more significant than others, and I am not at all, I'm gonna say it right now. This is not every single location. It is not. There are some that I might have missed. There might be some that I thought may not be as important or noteworthy as others. But we still have time limits, so I still want to put in as many as I can, and what I feel like is noteworthy. So again, it's not all of them, and it probably is not the last time I'm going to be doing something like this, but still, the ones I have found, they are nice touches, and others, well, I guess one in particular is really heartfelt. But anyway, let's get started here, shall we? At the very start of the episode, I know it's like what it's 7 minutes in. I haven't moved a muscle. I asked this guy if he's seen a little green guy, and not himself or me. Instead, we're on an island here. You know, that's nothing of, it's not amazing, but if you look at the name of the island, you'll see it's named after a little green man who might be confused out so now and then. It is named after the fake fairy Tingle, who, for those who are on that verse in Zelda, is from Breath of the Wild and has occurred in various games since.
I only know him from Melee.
And that's fair enough. He was in Melee, and he first appeared
He kept rising up in the air with red balloons.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you mentioned Melee, because where he's from, or where he first appeared, Majora's Mask, a level of that did appear in Melee. Hence his first appearance in Smash Bros. And then of course has continued to appear in Brawl and of course Smash 4.
So who is he exactly?
Tingle, he is a 35-year-old man who, for some reason, whether because he is delusional or just something's wrong with him, he thinks he is a fairy, as in an actual fairy.
Like the ones you find in the Great Fairy Fountain.
In some ways, yeah, but I think what it mostly is that the legend of the hero, which is Link, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to, I think, Ocarina of Time, where like every boy who dressed in green and got a fairy, they were destined to either belong in a group or to be the hero of legend.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's Tingle just saying, I'm dressed in green, I'm waiting for my fairy. So yeah, it's not much of a reference, but it is nice that Tingle's in there. And speaking of Majora's Mask, let's head over to Zora's Domain, and we'll see more love for Majora's Mask. And here we are.
With a piano to greet.
Mm-hmm. This lake to just a random person's eyes, you might think, hey, this is where you found the Zora hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool hat. It's that, but plus more. Up here, this is Toto Lake. And you might think, Toto, well, what's that? Well, it's part of a group, let's say. So, if we go just southeast of that lake, we'll meet its fellow lakes, shall we say, or fellow members would be a more appropriate way to put it. Just come over here, and eventually this lake right here, in which was this a shrine quest or was it not? No, no, it was not. It was there. But you may see here Lulu Lake and Macau Lake, and of course accompanied with a Toto Lake. These three names are names after members of the Zora band in Majora's Mask. And for anyone who's played Majora's Mask or knows of it, knows that it's kind of fitting that Macau and Lulu are nearby each other.
Zora's band?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I said it. In Majora's Mask, there is a band, actual music band of Zoras. Yes, full band with a guitarist, singer, bassist, piano, drummer, and a manager. And in case you're wondering, Toto is the manager, Lulu was vocals, and Macau was the shredding guitarist.
Because Toto is familiar to me.
Toto, you're thinking Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, probably.
or the band Toto. In real life, there is actually called a band called Toto.
I was probably thinking of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people were thinking, oh, Toto. I guess Nintendo are fans of Wizard of Oz. Her. But no. I think it's a really nice touch, because Majora's Mask, it is a very different game, and it gets a lot of love because of that. And again, I feel like it's really nice that Lulu and Macau are together. Not spoiling anything. No, I'll just say that and leave it to your interpretation.
Maybe Majora's Mask is a game we'll play in the future. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, let's continue on, and maybe just give me a sec. And maybe we'll go down here to where where there's a lot of islands. We are definitely we like water. Let's put it that way. And speaking, fact, I changed my mind. Let's keep things Zora related, shall we? Let's go over here. And now we're here, standing above Zora's domain, which the king proudly resides over. But just outside, there's also references to royalty down here. First off, if we not slip off, oh god. Okay, fine. I guess we're going this way. Thanks, Link. But I see a Korok over there. What luck! But if we look down to this island, and the rocks have an amazing draw distance, we'll see that that's called I guess Liss Pond. No, it's called Rallis Pond. This is a reference to as the Prince of the Zoras back in Twilight Princess. And again, not giving any spoilers, he had a very close relationship with another Zora. And again, not spoil. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Ignore my statement. I'll let you play the game for yourself and see what I mean. But
stamp the Korok.
Oh, thank you very much. Fair enough. And continuing on, if we ignore Ra, Rallis Pond, and we see this down here, we'll see that it's called Bruto Lake. And and the lovers and the lovers of Ocarina of Time, they're gonna get that because Ruto is of course the the princess of the Zoras back in Ocarina of Time, who similarly like Mifa had a massive crush on Link, although this time she went a bit too far with it. As in like you got trapped in a whale with her, and she then considered you her boyfriend, and then later on, life partner. So Link is very good with fish people.
Ruto was talked about in the Zora monuments in this game.
Because she was, because. Okay, slight spoilers here for Ocarina of Time. She started out as a princess, but then once things went south, she then became a sage and had to essentially give up her life to help Link. So I think it's very understandable why she would be heavily talked about. And since while I'm here, you remember the whale I mentioned that those two got stuck in? Well, what this is for? Jabu Ridge, as in Jabu, the whale. And again, Ocarina of Time players are gonna love that, thinking, "Oh my God, Jabu." They're gonna love that name or cringe, because a lot of people are on the fence about that dungeon. But anyway, let's continue on the water.
This is making me want to play Zelda games.
I'm glad. This is again. They didn't have to put all this in there, but the extra lore, it can do wonders for this. Standing on top of Leneru Tower and looking down westways, we see a bunch of islands, and again, to some people, they just see they're just islands, no, they're nothing much. Not so. If you look at the map, I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? Never mind. I'll be right back. And here we are, back in the Westland regions, and in the right place this time. You'll notice that there are a couple of islands who've played things like like the DS games Phantom Hourglass and also Link's Awakening will recognize some of these places. Merkay Island is where Phantom Hourglass began. Lying back is Link's main companion in again Phantom Hourglass. And Bannon Island is again a big island from the same game. The fact this is all wetlands, to me, is very fitting, since it all takes place in the ocean, and it's very fitting seeing how it's wet. Because wetlands and ocean. And just over here, you know how early on I said that it was very sad that we see all these villages in ruins now. Well, this village was once a thriving city that people and that was in Link's Awakening. essentially a Game Boy Advance game, and and some people, it's one it is one of the best. It's one of the best handheld Zelda games that's been made. And now it's been reduced to the wetlands, and now being plagued by being plagued by this idiot. But hopefully that gave people a little bit of redemption. But yeah, this has references to even portable games, which makes it even more endearing. And I think to me, that's definitely that's, a, that's definitely a great thing. So now I think we'll go over to Kakariko and just see little sort of rare references there. Do 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 do. Stupid sound. Go fun yourself, that's all I can say. Just outside of Kakariko Village, we have two names which are pretty much similar. Pierre Plateau and Habanuru Stand. Anyone who's played the N64 games, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, you would know that these are the two musical scarecrows who give Link pretty helpful songs that help him through the game, and I think that it's very fitting that they are on opposite sides of each other, and the fact that they are just stands and plateaus. And yes, I might as well get out the obvious right now. Kakariko Village is a recurring place in Zelda. Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, you get the gist. I think anyone who's played a Zelda game knows of Kakariko. So let's go over here and see more. One that's a big reference, and maybe one that's not so much. But still, it counts. That Korok is hiding behind the rock. Is he gone? Is he gone? This bridge here, it may seem like a regular bridge, but there's someone who's played Skyward Sword would recognize the name. Aegis is an instructor, is a teacher in a knight's academy in Skyward Sword. I know Skyward Sword is polarizing for like motion controls and whatnot, but still, from what I've heard, the characters are fantastic, and for the people who are very knowledgeable in our career time will recognize this name, Nabi. Of course, some people might say, "Oh, it's one letter off. It's one letter off Lightning. It's not that name." Not so. Nabi is Japanese for Navi, as in the name, and Navi is of course Link's fairy companion in Ocarina of Time. It's kind of weird how in the English version they went for Nabi instead of Navi, but still though it is there. It is there, and it makes you feel better if you get it. If you know Japanese. Again, not that subtle, but still, it's there if you notice it. And I think since I think I think before we get ahead of ourselves and move away, let's go back to Evertide Island, or is it Eventide? Eventide?
I call it Eventide.
Eventide, fair enough. And here we are back at Eventide Island. It's been a while since we've been here. And again, some people might think of this as that shrine where I had nothing but my pants and my survival instincts.
And the Hinox.
And the invincible Arito. But regardless, for anyone who's played Link's Awakening, would recognize these names, or at least know the variant of them. Like, if we move here, Koholint, or Koholint, and Fantano and Rombo Beach, or in Tonorbo Bay. These are major areas in Link's Awakening, referencing the start and also the name of the world in which the game takes place. And just like it takes place on a secluded island which no one has seen or heard of. Is that a subtle reference to how the actual game is? I'll leave it up to you, and I'll let you play it for yourselves and you find out. I'm not spoiling those games here. Let's move on. And while we are freezing in the desert tower, and right by the divine beast Naboris, if you look here, we see a place called Spectacle Rock. Eagle-eyed viewers will recognize this name and formation as this has been in many Zelda games before it, including the first one. It's not grand and it's not spectacular as name would imply, but it is such a nice reference that the place that's been in a lot of Zelda games before it also gets a chance to shine here. While on my way to other locations, I passed by here, and I thought why not make a note of it. It's there. Piper's Ridge. It isn't a amazing reference. Piper is simply a resident in Skyloft, which is the main hub world for Skyward Sword. Again, not amazing, but it is there. Just I say, look, Skyward Sword reference. Please don't kill us. No motion controls here. Just like reference. Dun-dun. Running along through here, and anyone who is a fan of Nintendo and also Capcom, I would not really recognize the woods here in terms of environment, but definitely would recognize the goat child looking towards us. What a pain! But no, as in the name of the Minish Woods, which was the main main species in Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance, and also And also, fun fact: early in early in development, the Minish were actually planned to be be involved in Breath of the Wild, as I can only assume another species to ever Zelda to or Link to fight alongside. But but sadly it was cut. There are still screenshots of early development screenshots of it. Whether it was cut for licensing issues with Capcom, or maybe they just couldn't think of like a divine beast for the Minish, or how a champion would be of Minish kind. But still, it is a shame. His death was not though. And and despite that, and despite that, it is a shame that the Minish were not in the game, but it is nice to know they were at least referenced in the game.
It does say Minshi instead of Minish.
Yeah. Minchi. You're right. No. You're right, it does. Oh well. But they've messed around with of names before like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I can assume it's gotta be the Minish Woods regardless. But another woodland area that people would recognize is, of course, the Ying clan get involved. What bricks? No, but they would recognize the Lost Woods, which is, of course, a very popular area in places like Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. But let's go into the actual forest and see what secrets we can find in there, with hidden references and all. And back in Korok Forest, now not hitting our frame rates anymore, and the owl's greeting us. And of course, if you want to get reference, if you want your, I guess, visual references, you do have the Triforce here with like, I don't know, it's like three Triforces in one. 1, 2, and of course little sword pestle here. So I don't know. I guess they just like to add the try in the Triforce. It's in like 3, but I don't know. So we have a few stops on the way here. So I'll try to make them as quick as possible. If we go past this shrine and get frogs in the way, I suppose. If we make our way towards one of the shrines we did, I could have just fast traveled here, but oh well. You know what? Just for sake of clarity, yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel here and be done with it. And here we are back. Here we are back at apparently Skulls and Fire. Great. Hello Nose here, but here we have, well, nice. Well, I guess here, this is Meadow Swamp. And of course, people who know Ocarina of Time very well would know Meadow as the, well, let's call him, he is the prick. He is the prick Kokiri who pretty much shuns Link early on in the game. But I'm just gonna say right now, much like how a lot of characters in this game sort of come around late game. Eventually, if you look hard enough, Mido does turn to regret how he treated Link. Whether it was too late or not, we'll say again. You'll play for yourself. Although seeing how popular Ocarina of Time is, you probably have done. So this point was useless and redundant. Hooray for that. So let's go on to, and before I leave, I I I was like how, based on the description I get, I like how Mito got the swamp. Dank, dirty, unpleasant. Very nice. Very, 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 very fitting. And I was gonna say, in serene silence is very fitting, but this lake that we're on right now, this is Lake Saria. And like anyone who's played Ocarina of Time would know, that this was named after Link's dear friend, in beginning, pretty much the only one who didn't shun him out of everyone who was around Link at the start. And since like I mentioned, a lot of people have played Ocarina of Time, so I'm just gonna come out with it. The fact that in the end, those two had to part, and Saria and ending up getting the worst end of the stick. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, and one of the heartfelt moments early on in Ocarina of Time. Maybe that's why it's considered a great game. But no. All I know is there's an island here, and since there's no quick way to get to it, I'm just gonna come out of it right now. Makar Island and Lake, or Lake Makar. This is just a simple reference to one of the main Koroks who helps you out in Wind Waker. You know, just nice little rare references there, and it should be okay. And that makes the game great, because it shows clear effort and care went into it. And before I forget, if I can find it here, yeah, it was right here, wasn't it? It was Kepora Pass, or some people might call it Kepora Gabora. That's actually his name, not kidding. This is obviously a reference to the owl who in many Zelda games has been the guide or help and advice source. So it's nice that it doesn't give you guide per se, but it gives you a guide straight up to ancient tech lab. So may not be direct, but it still does its job very well. And before I forget, Krenel Hills. This is the mountainous region that took place in the Minish Cap, even though it's called Krenel Mountains. I guess over time the mountain just diminished into a hill. I guess time is not kind to everything, even nature. And just little miscellaneous ones that you know I might have missed or failed to mention. Yes, of course, Lake Hylia. It's been in every major 3D game. Ocarina of Time, you know, Twilight Princess. I mean, even Bridge of Hylia. What wasn't Smash Bros. Brawl has been here ever since. So you know what? Those little references I really like. But now, I think with all of the little stuff.
Bridge of Eldin too.
Oh yeah, Bridge of Eldin. Thank you very much. Of course, Eldin, Death Mountain. Of course, again repeating free, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, etc. Except Eldin. That was all. That was also the region in Skyward Sword. And speaking of Skyward Sword, let's head over to a forgotten temple, and let's just say it's a source. It's a source of great, um, of great lore, in more ways than one. And back in the forgotten temple, this temple seems very old. And the statue with the way the moss is, it looks older, almost as if it's been here for a long time. But if we go up, something about it may seem familiar. See, we have not encountered a statue, or at least a goddess statue of this size. So this one must be pretty important, right? If we look, that symbol there, it's reminiscent of something. And so does as platform, as does the view. If you haven't figured it out yet, this is the same. This is the same statue that I was in Skyloft and fell to the surface thanks to Link in Skyward Sword. Essentially, this is where the series began, at least in the timeline sense, since Skyward Sword was the first game in the series, timeline wise. And this is where Link and Zelda, they finally hung out after the hard fight. So this statue in this temple has a lot of history to it, and not to mention, it started a lot of it. Look at that smile. Nice thought that it's really cool the fact that the very beginning, the start of the Legend of Zelda is right here, while Link is floating in midair. I guess that's just how powerful the goddess is, I suppose. But now if I can just find it somewhere, just give me a moment. Back at the spring, back at the spring of power. Some people might notice, if you compare this view to say another spring in Skyward Sword, you would notice that the ornaments hanging on the walls, the goddess statue, I mean even the waterfalls beside it, you will see that this is a one-to-one. Well, I say one-to-one, but more of a decayed version of the ones found in again Skyward Sword, which I think is a great idea. The fact that, look, this is the start of the legend, and the sources of the start were here. And I also think that it's nice that they took the time to just model it and just have a look back, just see and just try to recapture it. And I think that is a very nice touch. And I think, as we look at this statue, in this I guess I want to say short, but just in this history lesson, or in this look at just the nice little touches of the game, we've seen references to a lot of important people, a lot of important places in Zelda's history and timeline. But there's also a few special ones that I think are really important. Well, I say important, but you'll see what I mean. at the forefront, it's always been like an evil appears, a princess and hero. They save the day. But there's always been kings at the forefront of that. And in Breath of the Wild, they make references to those two. Down here, near Lurin Village, we see a Tuft Mountain. This is a reference to the King of Hyrule in Triforce Heroes, a recent title which is good to see because I was not expecting there to be a 3DS tie-in, even though I know that there are a few in this game, but we'll cross those. I'll look at those another day. Here we have Mount Daphnes, which is for the king of Hyrule, or to say ancient Hyrule, in the Wind Waker. Who if you've played Wind Waker or HD, you would know that he was a good king, and like a real captain. How fitting, because it's the sea in Wind Waker. He went down. He went down with his ship. Here is Mount Gustav. This is a reference to the king in Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. It's weird considering how the king in that game is mentioned, but some of the other rulers are mentioned. But either way, it is nice to see some representation there. And now, I think we want to get on to main Hyrule Field. And with that, I think I'm going to be going on to the KR1 Shrine, and starting from there, and making our way through here. Please, Guardians, please do not kill me. Oh God. And now let's make our way. I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, how am I gonna do this? You know what's good? I'm gonna make a small reference here. Romani Plains. This is all as a reference to the little sister who helps Link protect her ranch in Majora's Mask, in which she defends it from ghosts and aliens. I'm not joking. It was a weird time, but you know what? Weirdness and creepiness is what made Majora's Mask great and different. And sometimes different is more memorable for a good reason. So now, let's go over here and let's go south for just a little bit. And hopefully the Guardians will not kill us. No promises. Die. I'm taking the all. I'm taking the audience on front of tour here, sir. Do you not have any decency? These people paid no money to watch this video and this tour, but if they paid, they'd be pissed.
People that use YouTube Red will be pissed.
Exactly. People pay good money for a service that doesn't really help content creators, but hey ho. That's besides the point. And this is very reminiscent. We are storming Hyrule Castle on Cyclone while having a lot of good stuff. But we are not taking on the castle. At least not this time again. So, as we'll just cut to where I'll see you when we get to our point of interest, unless something else happens. Oh God. If Cyclone jumped in water, I would have freaked the hell out.
Man, Cyclone's been with us since like episode 16 or so.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's just traveling and just seeing these old sites. It's nostalgic for Zelda fans and also for us, just to see places which we've been to before, and oh God, and having the craps get out of us. Oh, don't slow down! Don't slow down! Oh my God, this is bad. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. Oh my God! Cyclone is on fire! And the Yeager clan, are you serious? Are you serious right now? But my question is, how is Cyclone alive? He got hit square! And I'm burning the clan member alive. I'm okay with this.
There's 2 clan members.
Are you
and there's a silver bokoblin on horseback. And there's a guardian.
Okay, I seriously need to I need to book up my ideas and start those now. Well, I guess I can't have a good tour without, you know, crap in the fan. I hate doing this. I hate wasting good stuff. But okay, also doesn't help the fact that I am not wearing the best armor, which is completely my fault. Ew, I hate them all. Okay, seriously. He's got the way! No, this is bad for me. Do I know my bow on me? Can you please just die? I missed his leg. How did I miss his leg? You serious? Me for... Oh my God, that was good. Okay, seriously, you are going down next. I got shot out of the sky. This turned very bad, very quickly.
3 against 1, not fair.
I know.
I'd hate to see what hard mode's like.
You and me both, but... Oh, come on, the Guardian is nearly down at you. I can't even move. We get some friendly fire here, thank you. And now that's done, the Guardian is down and we now have a fighting chance. Never mind.
Oh my God, another Guardian joined in the fight.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Thanks me for...
If only Roboto was ready.
Yeah. Well, now he's gone. You know what, I could really use that weapon he had, but I don't know where it went. Oh, you prick. There we are. Okay, I'm gonna shoot you down next because you are just an annoying little... You are an annoying little bundle of joy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is not how I wanted the tour to end. Me being on fire.
Guardian armor?
Yeah, I guess you're right. You are getting on my nerves, you so-and-so.
Bomb arrow.
You know what? Yeah. Screw the horse. Kill the animals.
3, 2, 3, 1. 3 bow.
Yeah. You are gonna die. Oh my god, I want to kill these guys so badly. I did it. And I blew myself up. Shut up. And not a moment too soon. Do you know what? Oh my god, are you serious? Is that Wincleaver still around? It's not, is it? It's not gonna do good. Nah, my sword broke. Great. I don't like using up these good weapons. Hyrule Field has been set ablaze by this. And also, where did that red bokoblin go? Oh well, what do I care? You're dead. Nate, I'm over here. Look at me while I kill you. Thank you. Oh my god. Can I get a proper ding ding here or something? I got a giant call, but that was dumb. That was dumb. That's a mighty bananas. And it's raining, how fitting. At least Cyclone's still alive. I could be thankful for that, you know, after the scorched battlegrounds. Cyclone, buddy, I'm sorry. But I guess that just goes to show what this one was right here. If we go over and kill this guy.
I think you've got bomb arrow equipped.
Yeah, I do. I just want to take the audience on a freaking tour. Why did it get so hard to do that? People just don't like tours. At least these enemies don't. It's very rude if you ask me, but you know, who am I to judge? Mock me all you will. I will end you, good sir. I will kill you in the rain while this Korok watches. You are taking the arm of your brethren, but you know what, mate? It's not going to do much. Just see him flaying with his brethren's sword. You get away from Cyclone, you monster. I know I called you what you are, but still. Just die. And for that, I'll take your ruby and I'll take your bone as well, because why not? And while I want to do this in peace.
Freaking style horse.
I'm gonna take you out, kill you, and then we're good. We done? We done. Nice. So, after all that, what do we get? This right this right here. This is a place called Ranch Ruins, but it's a ranch that's right by Hyrule Castle. And for anyone who knows who knows this place, and with the layout of it, this and with these pots, in which if you look here, it's dead on. This place is Lon Lon Ranch. For anyone who doesn't know Lon Lon Ranch, this was one of the main places of safety in Hyrule, in which monsters were not around, in which horses, you've actually got your horse from here in Ocarina of Time. This was a place of safe haven at one point.
Plot twist: that stall horse was your horse.
That's Epona. It could be. But look at it now. It's kind of sad to see, much like all of the ruins we've seen in Hyrule thus far. But for some people, this might hit closer to home than others. And I think that's a good touch. And I think I'm gonna leave Cyclone here and continue on to one of our last stops. Let's call it our penultimate stop. So, I'll be right back. Richard, please, you piece of I would have been done with this 15 minutes ago if that fight hadn't broke out. Speaking of fights, oh god, do I have to? I might be able to avoid if I just keep my distance, please. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, if I stick by the walls, that one might not notice me. Can you? Fine, I'll train my arm in for another one. Why not? Not again. Not again. Oh my god. I'll be right back. Now that's over and done with. Can we get to the point of interest I'd like to get to? I'm taking this audience on a very dangerous tour. Thank you. Go away.
You're taking care of the guardians for me.
Oh god, you're right. Ugh. I'm helping. Accidentally. So now, we gotta take on another one, or can I just sneak by here into the woods? Hopefully I can.
I don't think so. It's a stalker. It's everywhere.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. That bridge is apparently now. Oh my god, will the Yi clan please just go away? Jesus, this is not funny anymore. I will kill you. I will kill you. I will. Oh my god! What is going on? You know what? Thank you, Master Sword. You come in at a great time.
It's a standstill, Guardian.
And it's seeing me from all the way over here. Okay, first of all, where is that goddamn clan member? Thank you. You appeared right on cue. Die in a hole, alone, with no friends or family. And can you, Mr. Guardian, sir, allow me to finish the goddamn tour? For the love of God. This is getting ridiculous now. Just getting my stuff and just going home. No, you will not detect me over there. I am moving forward and I'm getting my tour finished. Meh. Yes, yes, you die as the sun comes out. Die. Everyone dies. I get all of your stuff. Because meh. Ooh. Ooh, you are testing my patience, game. This is the tour that never ends. Anyway, Now, for one of the final stops in the tour. I guess I call it tour now. I've said enough times. If I can get a good shot at it. This is of course the Triforce. And here we see subtle references of just each say of just each of each god. Din, Nehru, and and for all.
Sounds like the dragons.
Mm-hmm. I think that's intentional. And they represent power, wisdom, and courage, all of which the Triforce is made out of, and of course the springs, which is always, which is all for has been the case with Zelda. But now, that's all of Zelda's. That's all of Zelda's references are out the way. Now, I think it's time we pay the attention or give note to the biggest one in my opinion, or at least the most emotional. Alice, do you know? Do you know where the Lord of the Mountains is?
It's in Satori Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Where is that?
It's right there above you.
You mean here?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the Lord of the Mountains is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keep that name in mind, why don't you? For a bit. And here we are. On top of Satori Mountains once again. Alice was here in the last episode, or at least a few episodes back, and she mounted and succeeded in getting the Lord of the Mountains. But here's a question: What do you think is the Lord of the Mountains?
I don't know.
Well, let's have a look at the bestiary, shall we? No. This noble creature watches over all animals that make their homes in the forest. Legends say this holy creature is a reincarnation of a sage that died on the lands it now protects. It has acute awareness of its surroundings, so it seldom appears before people. It's sometimes known by its other name, Satori. An incarnation of a sage that died on the lands it now protects. Essentially, while this Breath of the Wild's development, it took many years. The last game, at least for home consoles, was Skyward Sword, nearly 5 years ago. During that time, Nintendo went through a lot of changes. Mobile, going over to mobile. Pokemon Go became a great success. The Switch was a big hit. But probably the biggest change is that a year prior, and Nintendo suffered a great loss. After years of being in game development and keeping it Nintendo together, its president Iwata, Satoru Iwata, sadly died. He had a great interest in Breath of the Wild and did his best in corporate to make sure this game came out. It didn't get cancelled because of its numerous delays, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to see its be released to its critical acclaim. So, its mention it's mention of like the dives on the land it now protects. This might be the last game that Satori had well a massive found in, and it's quite a shame. But it is nice to know that this whole area, including in its name, was built after him. Hence, there's a lovely pink cherry blossom tree there. And that to me is very special. This as probably a last minute addition, and I think it was well worth it. I just wanted to save this for last because Iwata did many great things for Nintendo. Before he became a present, Nintendo wasn't doing so well, or at least as good as it used to. And he got Nintendo to the place it is now. And I think it's a shame that he's gone. Well, I think on that song, I think that's a somber note. I'll call things here. Thanks for taking a tour with us, guys, and I hope that I was able to enlighten others or inform people on either on games prior, or at least give this game a bit more enrichment because of the references it has. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you stick with us for more. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. I thought I got rid of you the last time, but no.
She really annoys me.
Yeah. So how does she attack you? Does she...
You have to get into the flowers 3 times.
Well, I got in there once. I will... This is going to be a blooper, I can tell. Oh, God. Okay, and 3 times. You... This is creepy as hell. What? Is she a mo- Jesus, that's a creepy image. Oh my God, that is so creepy as all hell. She took away 3 hearts. You are not right in the head, my God. Just the way she's animated, just the way she just like sinks her head and just goes limp. And then just her sudden turn. That's creepy as all hell. I don't even want to go over there now. Oh. Well, that's a blooper in of itself. My God. It's not really a blooper. It's just like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Let's watch Lightning get the hell's get out of him.